Hi guys, welcome back to Detailing in the Beast. Today we've got another beast one. How to get these yellow horrible DRL bulbs into crystal white LEDs. So it's been a long running bugbear of mine of these DRL lights. I usually run around with my headlights and my side lights turned on just because they're already LED. But these DRLs and obviously full beam bulb are very yellow and they're horrible. I just think they let the front end of the lighting of the truck down just a little bit. I've got light bars, everything else is crisp white 6000 Kelvin LED, and these things are just toss. So what I did, I jumped onto Performance Alloys, and Andy has sent out these. These are £36 I believe for two. In my truck the DRL main beam bulb is a H15. Yeah, a H15. So we bought two of these H15 LED bulbs, and I'm going to show you now how to fit them because they can be a tiny bit annoying just to get the backs off and stuff. So I'll run through that now. So I've had to set the camera up there because this is very difficult to get into to see where we're going to go. But basically we're going to go under here, and there's a big cap on the back of the headlight, on the back of the DRL should I say, on the headlight unit. I have got a little action cam and a torch just to show you where we are going, so I can overlay that now. But basically, as much light as I can try and get in here, we're on this cap here. It's the middle one, so there's one on the outer edge here, that's for your headlight, and there's one here. It's this one. Now this is very difficult to get to on that side, but basically what you're going to do, as you're on it, you're going to twist it anti-clockwise, and it goes roughly a quarter of a turn, and it should pop out. Now these are very, very difficult to get out sometimes if you haven't been in for a while, and the reason for that is because that rubber ring there gets trapped. So you may have to, now be careful doing this, but you may have to get a flat bladed screwdriver in on the edge, and you can sometimes just pop it off because the retainers are actually very, very small on this. Do that at your own risk, obviously. You could break things. And then the bulb, which is in there, hopefully you can see this on the GoPro. Action camera, Dave, it's not a GoPro, you tight ass. So in there you're going to twist that bulb again anti-clockwise, and this is difficult to show, and it's going to go about 1/8 of a turn, and then the bulb and the connector should come free. So then what we're going to do, we'll get our new bulb. You see the difference between the new and the old. Connect it into the fitment there. That's in. And then we do the reverse. Now basically we're going to go in not vertical like that. Hopefully you can see this on this camera. We're not going to go in vertical like that. We're going to go in like at 1/8 of a turn that way. And it might be easier to view this from the front to line the new bulb up with the socket in the headlight unit. And then twist it vertical. And that should then sit level in the front of the unit. Then all you've got to do is put your cap back on, and we're going to twist that as you're feeling it. We're going to twist that clockwise this time. Only needs to go a little bit, and that is done. Now we can move on to the other side. Now the other side is an absolute pain in the arse because I've got relays and stuff in front of it. So we'll go over there and I'll just do that one quickly for you now. Okay, so as I said, on the driver's side it is a bit more difficult. You've got, just for reference of where we are, you've got the battery here and you've got the headlight here. These are extra relays that I've put in for my light bars, so this does make this a little bit more tricky. You should see the cap, which is here. So again, we need to twist that anti-clockwise first. So it is really tight, too tight to get a hand down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these, and this can come out the way. And these are two 8mm bolts. And that just gives me a bit more room to play with. In fact, it gives me a hell of a lot more room to play with, so I would suggest that you do that. Now you can see that this one is actually really tight. So we're twisting anti-clockwise as you're feeling onto it. And then just repeat the same as we did with the other side. Twist the bulb, 1/8 of a turn, get the bulb out, place the bulb. Much better. Them are crisp, they're white. None of that yellow tinge left in there. All good. So let's see what the high beam's like. So there's definitely an increase in light coming out from the high beam now. Obviously I won't be able to test that until I get out later on tonight in the dark. But overall I'm quite happy with that. So there's definitely an increase in light that comes out of these, especially on obviously the high beam. I can't test that and how well the light cuts until later on when I get out in the dark. But for 36 quid, I think they really have tidied up the front end. Even if just for the colour of the light alone, I think that's worth it. Very happy with the bulbs. As for longevity, we can only hope that they'll last somewhere in the region of the quoted 50,000 hours, but we will see. They're not exactly mega expensive. Little bit of a bitch to do this job with the caps, but stick at it, and don't forget you could always use the flat bladed screwdriver to prise off the cap. Again, do that at your own risk of damage. But hopefully this has been of some use to somebody. If it has, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to share, and always hit subscribe. See you on the next video. Goodbye.